Although time does not permit us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 37th Training Wing is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoy today's ceremony. The airmen who will pass in review today have completed a demanding 7.5-week program that provides Air Force units throughout the world with trained airmen. Part of this training includes the time-proven concepts of military customs and traditions, one of which, parade, is a vital part. All graduating airmen will march over the enlisted Heroes Walk. They will lead the way for thousands of airmen that will follow, all reflecting on our enlisted heritage, tradition of honor, and our legacy of valor. Our Commander of Airmen is Master Sergeant Raul H. Rosales III, Master Military Training Instructor, 737th Training Group. Colonel Shapa will review today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated.
Sir, the parade is on! Take your post! Give your squadron order! Receive the report! React! Escadron President Campbell, sir! Escadron President Campbell, sir! Sir, our President Campbell! Vamos, señor! Continue order! Detail for today! Non-commissioned officer of the day! Technical Sergeant, come on! By order of Colonel Allen! Up the stairs!
command in review.
Stand, look up, stand, change pose, get your squadron, arm! Hey, and review!
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating airmen passing in review today represent a portion of the 40,000 recruits who will complete basic military training this year. The 737 training group provides all recruits the essential military training to become motivated members of the enlisted corps of the greatest Air Force in the world. The military training instructors are responsible for the indoctrination, development, and discipline of the airmen. They have dedicated endless hours to ensure all training objectives are met. Today's graduates have proven through academic studies, military training, physical training, and the development of teamwork that they are ready to take their place in the United States Air Force. The flights you will view today are a representation of the enlisted force. Each flight represents an enlisted member of the Air Force who has embodied our core values and contributed to its heritage. As our graduates turn left onto the bomb run to pass and review, they will march over the Enlisted Heroes Walk. The airmen recognized on the papers have been awarded our nation's highest honors, representing heroic and unselfish actions as members of the United States Air Force in armed conflict, including present-day operations in Afghanistan. They include 7 Medals of Honor, 28 Air Force Crosses, 190 Silver Stars awarded for bravery during encounters with hostile enemy combatants. These enlisted heroes serve to inspire all airmen to execute their duties courageously and with honor in service to this great nation. Armed with the knowledge of our past, the airmen will exit the Heroes Walk by marching over a blue line, signifying their accession into the greatest air power in the world. Musical support for this morning's ceremony has been provided by the 737 Training Group's Drum and Bugle Corps from the 321st Training Squadron, performing today under the direction of Technical Sergeant Douglas Cost, hometown, Zelienople, Pennsylvania. These trainings are also in basic military training, but have been hand-selected to perform for ceremonies of this type. We would like you to notice our national, state, and territorial flags. As these flags pass in review, please stand and render the appropriate courtesies for our national flag. Once the flags have passed in review, please be courteous of others and be seated in order to allow all of our guests the opportunity to view the flags as they pass in review. Now passing in review, our Commander of Airmen is Master Sergeant Raul H. Gonzalez III, Master Military Training Instructor, 737 Training Group, hometown, Brooklyn, New York. From the 321st Training Squadron, the 737 Training Group's Drum and Bugle Corps, led by Technical Sergeant Lindsey Green, hometown, St. Louis, Missouri, and Master Sergeant Skyler Hunt, hometown, Ocean Springs, Mississippi. From the 321st Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 14, Murray Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Antoinette Sherman, hometown, Trelawney, Jamaica. From the 321st Training Squadron, representing the first woman in the Air Force, Blake Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Derek de Guzman, hometown, San Diego, California. From the 331st Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 3, Kissling Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Joseph Alvarez, hometown, Aurora, Colorado. From the 331st Training Squadron, representing the Air Force's first female Chief Master Sergeant, Peterson Flight, led by Master Sergeant Shantae Miller, hometown, Chesapeake, Virginia. From the 322nd Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 1, Aerie Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Ernest Perez, hometown, Helene, Texas. The squadron selected as the color guard is from the 323rd Training Squadron, led by Technical Sergeant Paul Couch, hometown, Muscatine, Iowa. The flights selected to carry our national, state, and territorial flags are from the 331st Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 13, Finch Flight, led by Master Sergeant Brandy Collins, hometown, Loma, California, and Technical Sergeant Felix Bambino, hometown, Beaumont, Texas. The B Squadron Commander is Technical Sergeant Trevor Smith, Military Drill and Ceremonies NCO, 322nd Training Squadron, hometown, Duluth, Minnesota. From the 322nd Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 18, Wright Flight, led by Master Sergeant David Beatty, hometown, Stewartville, Minnesota. From the 322nd Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 4, Barnes Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Mark Cruz, hometown, Virginia Beach, Virginia. From the 322nd Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 5, Gaylor Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Jason Bear, hometown, Dillsburg, Pennsylvania. From the 320th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 6, McCoy Flight, led by Technical Sergeant William Christ, hometown, Washington, District of Columbia. From the 320th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 7, Andrews Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Jono Adelan, hometown, Ingleside, Texas. From the 320th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 8, Harris Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Crystal Sanchez, hometown, Guadalajara, Mexico. From the 320th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 10, Bigston Flight, led by Master Sergeant Eric Gazawite, hometown, Vista, California. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the United States Air Force Song.
One.
Over the last 7.5 weeks, the airmen before you have transformed from civilians into motivated, disciplined, warrior airmen with a foundation to serve in the world's greatest Air Force. Once these airmen leave basic military training, they will enter Airmen's Week, where they will develop their critical thinking skills and further personalize the Air Force core values. They will continue on to technical training to learn these skills needed to perform in one of over 130 Air Force specialties. They will then move on to serve at one of over 84 Air Force bases around the world or work directly with our sister services. As these airmen move on to technical training, they will continue to focus on adapting to military requirements, achieving occupational proficiency, and learning how to be highly productive members of the Air Force. These men and women will prepare for increased responsibilities and must ensure they are trained, qualified, and ready to deploy and operate in expeditionary environments while maintaining home station readiness. Of the hundreds of thousands of airmen citizens that enter the workforce each year, less than 1% have joined the ranks of the U.S. military, and an even smaller percentage in the United States Air Force. You should be proud of their accomplishments thus far. The airmen before you have reached a milestone in their Air Force journey and will require your continued support to assist them in their future endeavors. These airmen are the future of the Air Force and will pave the way for future generations of airmen as we continue to fly, fight, and win. We would like to take a moment to congratulate all of our Squadron Honor graduates as well as their families. Basic military training honor graduates distinguish themselves by being ranked in the top 10% of all airmen graduating in their class. The exceptional personal dedication, integrity, service before self, and sustained excellence these airmen display throughout basic military training earn them this outstanding distinction. As the airmen march forward for the oath of enlistment, we would like to thank the family and friends who are in here in support of the airmen graduating today. Your words of encouragement help motivate these airmen through 7.5 weeks of basic military training. On behalf of the United States Air Force and Air Force Basic Military Training, we extend our thanks to the many family and friends of America's airmen for the support of your airmen and the greatest air power the world has ever known. Will now come forward and address our graduated airmen.
Welcome to this momentous occasion, where 746 of our newest airmen join our ranks. Families and friends, I want to thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for your love and support. These airmen wouldn't be where they are today without you. Please give yourselves a round of applause. And FTIs, once again, you've exceeded expectations in building the future of our Air Force. Well done. Graduating airmen. The world continues to be a dynamic place. Your talent and what you learn as airmen in the United States Air Force are needed now more than ever. You will be tested again and again, but never forget that the strength of our Air Force is built on our people. And we will continue to succeed in defending our nation and all that we value because of airmen like you. By taking this first step into the United States Air Force and the profession of arms, you have chosen to do something that is greater than yourselves. And for that, I salute you. I can think of no more noble endeavor. So I wish you Godspeed as you begin your Air Force adventure. And now, I have one question for you. Are you ready to join the ranks of the world's greatest Air Force? I think you're ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Colonel Shopper will now administer the oath of enlistment.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, General Honor,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States
that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States
and the orders of the officers appointed over me,
and the orders of the officers appointed over me,
according to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
according to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Airmen. Welcome to the world's greatest Air Force.
Colonel Shaw. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as our newest airmen recite the Airman's Creed and remain in place for the departure of our official party. I am an American airman.
I am a warrior. I am answering my nation's call. I am American airman. My mission is to fly, fight, and reign. I am faithful to a proud heritage, a tradition of honor, and a legacy of valor. I am American airman, guardian of freedom and justice. My nation's sword and shield, its sentry and avenger. I defend my country with my life. I am American airman, wingman, leader, warrior. I will never leave an airman behind. I will never falter, and I will not fail.
Thank you. Please be seated.
What's up?
Right turn!